Hi everyone, this is Maya from Harry Tinkers, and we are gonna start a very new series today, and which is about Ladakh. Every Indian, mostly every Indian, wants to visit Ladakh, and even I was one of them, and it was one of the best trip I have had in my life till now. So I went to Ladakh with my best friend and her family, which is my family too now. So in 2018, so the whole scenario which I'm telling you about is about 2018, if you could relate, because there are some changes, of course, after COVID. There would be some travel restrictions and all these things, but these are the common experience which everybody faces when they go to Ladakh. So I had asked few questions to our viewers, as in what do they want to know if they are traveling Ladakh for the first time. So let's start. So the first question is, what is the best time to travel to Ladakh? I would suggest that summer times is the best time. From May end to September is the best time to visit Ladakh, because the climatic condition would be really favorable for you to have a look at the nature and enjoy your time at Ladakh. So Ladakh as a city is situated at 9,800 feet above sea level. So you can imagine the altitude of the place, and people who have usually stayed in plateaus or coastal areas will have some problem when they go to such altitudes, and that is called the altitude sickness. And yes, AMS is true. It is not a joke. Most of you had asked, is Ladakh safe to visit? Well, Ladakh is very safe to visit even if you're traveling solo, because it is not under any conflict right now. So you can go safely and travel. Even at the time when we went to Ladakh, we did not face any such problems, as the main source of income for Ladakhis is tourism. So if you're visiting Ladakh, please visit the local places for sure. Does internet work in Ladakh? Yes, there are internets available in homestays and also in the restaurants where you can get Wi-Fi. Also in places where if you are planning to live in tents and all those places usually doesn't have Wi-Fi. Otherwise, the whole city is well connected with Wi-Fi and internet, so no issues in that. What is the coldest month in Ladakh? So from December to February, there is winter season, which means there will be a lot of snowfall and the temperature would be at least. So avoid going at this time if you are going to the Ladakh trip for the first time. Okay, so there were some questions that is there any restrictions on people who have health issues like asthma, hypertension, or any kind of respiratory problems. So I would say that the oxygen levels are actually less in all these places. So it is better that you carry your inhaler, an oxygen cylinder, if you really want to go to Ladakh. But actually there is not a problem, because I myself do face some issues of bronchitis when it is like really cold weather. But personally I did not feel any, because I was always covered from head to toe. So the main important point for people who have respiratory issues is, please make sure that your ears are covered, your feet is covered, and your head is covered. So you will definitely be wearing all the warmer and all those things. So you're gonna protect your chest. But the cold can enter through your ears as well. So make sure that your head and ear is properly covered so that you don't face any other issues. Also, if you keep drinking water during your trip, your oxygen levels are maintained and you won't feel any problem as such. The next question is, can I take my kids to Ladakh? Yes, why not? There is nothing like that, any age limit or any problem while visiting Ladakh. The main thing is you need to acclimatize as you go to Ladakh. So it is always like advised that you go from Manali or Srinagar to Ladakh, because on the way you are getting acclimatized to the altitude, like the rising altitude. So it won't be a shock to your body, you know. Kids would love it, you know. They are going to a new place, they'll be excited and all that. So you definitely can. In fact, in the trip which we took, we had two kids. And one was 6 years of age, another was 8 years of age. So some people also asked, can I take my aged parents to Ladakh? Well, if your parents are healthy and they are ready to explore a place, if they have that will, you know, that they really want to go and see that place, so there won't be any problem. Just the only advice is please acclimatize before you explore any places in Ladakh. So when we went to Ladakh, I had seen a lot of aged people who have come and visited Pangong and Nubra and all these places. So I guess it's not a problem if you take your parents. Another question which came up is, should I carry oxygen cylinder and oximeter with me when I go to Ladakh? Yes, of course you should carry it, because everybody's oxygen level differs when they go to such altitude places. So it is always better to have precautions. We also took oxygen cylinders and oximeter in 2018. At that time, oximeter was not so famous. People did not know how to use it. But yeah, now we all almost, because of COVID, know that how to use an oximeter. So it is definitely advisable to carry an oximeter and oxygen cylinder. So are there ATMs in Ladakh? Yes, there are ATMs in the main city of Leh, and in between it is little difficult to find on the way, you know, when you're crossing any passes or all these things. There you won't find any ATMs. So the major cities like Keylong, Leh and all, there you would definitely find all the facilities of ATM, so you don't need to worry, but it's always advisable to keep some cash with you for emergency purposes. The credit card work in hotels and restaurants? Well, a lot of people actually have the card digital system, so there should not be a problem. Only when you're going to like really interior places, there they won't have all these services, but the major cities and the tourist attraction places usually have the, you know, credit card using facilities with them. So how to reach Ladakh? So there are three ways in which you can reach Ladakh. The first is you can take a flight directly to Leh airport, and you can reach Leh directly from any place in India or abroad. Second way to reach is by road. So you can take two routes basically. If you are taking from Srinagar, then you will have to pass Kargil, Dras, and then come to Leh, Laya Maru and everything. And if you are coming from Manali, then you would have to pass Keylong and Sachu, and then you can reach Leh. And if you're deciding to take the whole circuit from Manali to Srinagar, that is actually called the full circuit, when you start from Delhi to Manali, then Manali to Keylong, Keylong to Leh. From Leh, wherever you want to go, like Pangong or Nubra or Somoriri, Laya Maru. So from there you can take a detour, and after that when you want to come back, you have to take this route from Laya Maru, Dras, and then Srinagar, and then Jammu, and then back to Delhi. So this is how you complete the whole circuit. So you can either come from Srinagar or from Manali. So I will link a map over here, as in what is called the full circuit of Leh Ladakh. So now the next question comes, that how many days do you actually require to complete the full circuit? So our trip was totally for 12 days, and in those 12 days we covered almost major destinations. So if you're just planning to explore nearby places like Pangong, Nubra Valley or Somoriri, then probably you should take 5 to 6 days. That's enough. But if you're traveling from Delhi to Manali or Delhi to Srinagar and taking the whole circuit, it is advisable that you take 10 to 12 days, because you can have a relaxed visit to all these places, and your body also needs to adjust with the altitude. I am telling you this again and again because people who stay in plateau or near the coastal areas actually do not know how the people stay in mountains. They are habitual to whatever happens over there, but we are not. We are just going there for a short duration, and our body would take some time to get adjusted to the climate and the altitude and of course the place. There'll be a lot of bike enthusiasts. You know, as soon as you buy a bike, you would be like, I want to go to Ladakh, I want to go a bike trip to Ladakh and all that. But guys, whatever is shown in Insta and YouTube is just the merry part of it, you know. आपके बैक में जो दर्द होगा ना after riding such a long distance, नानी याद आ जाएगी. Seriously. We went in car and I was so tired. I was really tired. The roads are not that great, you know. You'll actually feel very tired. I really don't know how these bikers go there. I guess it's their passion or the dedication to finish the trip. It's actually really difficult to ride on those roads. I would advise that please do not go solo, because it's a no man's land, and if something happens, nobody's there to help you. So it's always preferable to go in group, you know, because you're there for each other to help, right? It's difficult if you go solo. So yeah, there the answer comes for two things, which is should you travel by bike or should you travel by car? So for me, I would say car. But if you're a daredevil, you really want to go for a bike ride, guys, hats off to you. And the second question, which I right now answered, is should you go solo or should you go in a group? My advice would be group, always, because there'll be people to help you if something happens, AMS or any sickness or bike is broken, you know, anything can happen during such a long trip. So when you finish the whole circuit, it's basically 6,000 kilometers on total. So if you are traveling by bike, you need to take proper rest. So the duration which you'll be taking should be more than 10 days if you want to complete the whole circuit. What kind of clothes should you carry to Ladakh? Well, Ladakh is colder at night, so it is advisable to take warmers, jackets, socks, mufflers, everything with you, just in case the temperature drops, because morning it will be hot and drastically the climate would change, and yeah, you would require all the winter wear even if you are visiting in summers. And in winters, definitely you will need all your essential winter wear throughout the day. Things to carry on my Ladakh trip, the link is in description box. Please do check out the video. So if you like our video, please subscribe to our channel and hit on that bell icon to get notifications. Share it with your friends who really want to go to Ladakh, and if they are going it for the first time, definitely they'll find it very informative. And also, if you have any queries, please drop it down in the comments. We would definitely answer them. And thank you for watching. Have a good day.